to Landry Academy. We're going to do just a quick overview of some places that you will become more and more familiar with over the upcoming weeks and give you just a quick kind of high overview of how the school is set up and the tools that you'll be using and learning more about. So we're going to start from our website, and I'm going to begin. This is our homepage, but I'm going to actually begin by kind of giving you a quick overview of the three primary departments and who our administrators are, so that you will be kind of familiar with how things happen and where they happen. Our administrative team, our founder, Greg Landry, is kind of the one that's in charge of and responsible for everything. He has his hand in all pieces of the puzzle. I am Lita Bledsoe. I'm the Director of Training and Operations, so myself and my department handle all things tech and system support related. So we're the ones that make sure that when you go to log in that it works, that all of the systems are up and running. We support those, and then I am responsible for creating and delivering the initial training. Now, the support of that training falls to our department chairs, who you will grow to be very close to, but the initial training will come from myself. Carrie Iverson is our Director of Faculty and Family, and she is going to be the one that you're going to have the most contact with in terms of getting started. She's the one that you already are familiar with from the hiring process and the onboarding process. She handles all of the teacher questions and family information along with her team. Then we have Jen Henriksen, who is our Director of Travel and Community Network, and she is the one that's going to and her team handle all things that are travel and face-to-face related. So things like intensives and moms retreats and missions trips, and she's also responsible for the community groups. So that is kind of where all things community and travel or face-to-face live. So we have people that assist us in those endeavors, but we are the ones that head up each of those kind of departments. All right, so the next place you'll want to become familiar with is kind of our school front office, and this is Genius. And from here you're going to log in, and this is where you will learn about and spend time with communication of your families. You'll send emails from here. This is where transcripts live, contact information. You're not going to spend a whole lot of time here. Most of the time you're going to pass by, you're going to say hello to the school secretary, and then you're going to head on into the LMS, which is where your classroom is actually located. So we want to make sure that we allow these pop-ups and go on into Haiku. Now you see that it's an automatic login. You will never be required to log in again. One login. All right, once you're in here, then up here at the top you will have access to your classes. Now initially, probably the only one you'll see is the faculty class pages. We'll talk more about this one later. But this is also where you will post your class content, your assignments, your assessments, your grade book. This is where you will interact with your students the most asynchronously outside of the live class time. Now during the live class time, you and your students will go into Blackboard Collaborate, which is where we hold our live class sessions. There will be a link in your classroom for your students to be able to access that, and they will click on that and open up, and then they'll click login. You'll see they'll get a prompt, and then it will open into the live classroom. So we're going to give just a moment for that to load. And so beginning to end, that's kind of all of our systems and processes, and you'll see that it drops you in here, and this is where you can actually interact during your live class sessions with your students. So we will be learning more about each of these more in depth as you watch the rest of the training recordings, but now you kind of have a flow for how they all connect together.